From the studios, let's talk about special elections. There have been a few special elections since last week. We only have a very short video for you on this today because there was a special election last week, May 12th, which is going to a runoff. There were actually two special elections on May 19th, which was yesterday, the time we recorded this. One of them is going to a runoff. The other one had a decisive result. So we're going to show you the results. We're going to total everything up and bring you up to date on who is overperforming and underperforming in these special elections. So the special elections that are going to go to runoffs, those are in Georgia. So one of them is State Senate District 7. That one is going to be going to a runoff. And also State House District 177. That one, it's Democrat versus Democrat. So obviously the Democrats will hold that seat. We just don't know who will hold it yet. But there was one seat that did have a decisive result in a Republican versus Democratic race. And that one was in Pennsylvania. This was House District 196, and we'll put it on the screen now. You'll see that this district is more or less in the southeastern corner of the state. Not quite. So we'll show you where some cities are. And this one touches the city of York. It's out in York County, Pennsylvania. It's to the west, largely, of the city of York, Pennsylvania, and this is a very, very red area. So you would think, with this seat being a Trump plus 33 seat, that the results would be a certain way. Well, the Republican, George Margettis, he did win, but by a much narrower margin. So Ron Ruman there, getting almost 44% of the vote in a seat where Kamala Harris only got something like 33% of the vote in 2024. So these are, as far as we know, the final results. Margettis at about 56%, winning by 12.5 points. So you can see a Democratic overperformance here of something like 21 points. So a pretty significant overperformance for the Democrats here. And let's just run you through special election results through May 19th now. And this is not including those races that are going to a runoff. If a race has not been officially concluded yet and a member has not been elected, we don't include it on this screen. So the Democrats have now won 32 special elections. The Republicans have won 16. The Democrats still sitting at +5. In terms of overperformances, 33 Democratic overperformances in special elections. 5 Republicans. We could not make a determination in 10 of them. So, as you saw, we got 1 Republican win, 2 likely Democratic wins in runoffs. The trends continuing pro-Democratic in these special elections. Now, we're going to get to a point in the calendar where it doesn't look like there are going to be too many more special elections coming up. At this point, and this is as of the date I recorded this, May 20th, looking at the calendar coming up, there are only 4 state legislative special elections scheduled between now and November. So we're getting now to the point where if a seat in a legislature becomes vacant, the special election, with less than 6 months to go until the general election, the special election might just coincide. And remember, too, there are a lot of state legislatures that only work during a defined period during the year. So if the legislature is not in session, they're not going to necessarily have a special election to fill a seat when they're not in session anyway. So special elections are going to start to slow down. But we do have a fairly decent sample size here now, saying the Democrats have overperformed in 33 of these special elections. The Republicans have only overperformed their numbers in 5 of them. So that's not a terribly small sample size at this point. And we do have a few more special elections to analyze, to throw into this pile here. But the Democrats have had a decent year at the state legislative level. We will obviously see how that goes as we move into November. And for more, stick around, like, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. We'll see you soon.